The entire ride with my mom, all I could do was think about Pharaoh until I drifted off to sleep, at which time he showed up in my dreams. I'm back. Now asleep in the front seat, my daughter asleep in the back seat. I'm thinking that we're on our way to my mom's house. I wake up to my mom pulling my things out of the trunk and placing them beside the passenger side door. What you doing? Ma, what you doing? Where we at? We're not at her house. She surprised me by dropping us off at the Salvation Army. What? Flabbergasted. The Salvation Army? I asked. Why she do that? You gonna leave us here? What did she responded? Y'all will be okay. Y'all will be okay. Got in her phone.
See ya, and I wouldn't wanna be ya.
Me and my daughter stood there and watched as she disappeared down the road. I'm standing there thinking, all of this has to be a dream. This is a nightmare. So my daughter and I are back at another show. Please wake me up. Wake me up. And this one is
after I regained my composure.
It's a huge building. On my mom's there are people everywhere. People are on the
with twins at the time,
laughing and joking. People are on the back, laughing and joking.
What was going on and where we were.
She burst out into tears. My daughter and I go inside, and from the very beginning, take a number and we take a seat.
She had been asking me
the people in line ahead of
me
us,
and my daughter, to come to her home and to be there.
Also in need of a place,
staying with Pharaoh, especially after Terry kept getting on my nerves.
I don't know why you thought that, girl. Especially with Terry always around.
Anyway, she'd been asking me to come to her house since I told her about the phone charger fight. But because she lived further out than my other two sisters, I decided not to come to her house at that time. So after she stopped crying,
I can't believe he's going through all that. You should have been called me.
She and her husband then comes to get us.
We on our way. Stay there.
But we get to my sister's house, and I immediately start to try to get my life in order, make a new start for my daughter and I.
Let's get it together.
Find a job, still living.
And it's got to
do what it takes to start. But during this time, I can't stop having nightmares, bad dreams. I'm having trouble sleeping. It's all about this boy. Like, what is going on? This has never happened to me in my life. Why am I dreaming about this man who I am away from, and I'm trying to move on with my life? Put it aside. Come back to me. It is what it is.
Always.
While I was away from him, every single night I would dream about him. When I fell asleep, no matter what time I went to sleep, whether it was in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, I would dream about him. I saw his face everywhere. Come back to me. When I say everywhere, come back to me. I mean, everywhere that I looked, I saw this man's face. I thought about this man constantly. Couldn't get him off of my mind. I would dream of being in his arms, sleeping up underneath his neck, smelling his cologne. I felt that I was in love with him, and that's exactly what the dreams were designed to do. Whatever he wanted me to feel, he placed the emotion inside of the dream. Let me tell you something else. What? If I called his phone, tried to contact him, and once on the phone with him, I spoke nicely, I would have a nice dream. And let's say a in love with him dream, a happy feelings dream. But if I called his phone and I had an attitude and was cursing, fussing, yelling, anything like that, him out real bad, that particular night, I would have the worst nightmare. I would dream of being choked, beaten, slapped, Witches would be riding my back.
Witches?
Awful dreams. I'd be fighting in my sleep. My tongue would be being yanked out.
Yanked out your tongue in your
all
sleep?
All kinds of bad dreams.
Wow. What kind of guy was this? And where'd you find him at? So I don't go there.
Now, even
my goodness.
I've been at my sister's home on my mom's side for about 2 weeks. And everything was going smooth with me and her husband. They loved us being there. They enjoyed our company.
That's great.
They were very nice, very courteous, very polite. I loved being with them. They loved being with us. It was great. Only thing is, things changed.
Oh no, what happened?
We hadn't been there a full month when all kinds of things started popping up.
Like what? Like what?
The man that lived beside my sister got into a pow fight.
A pow fight?
He got injured really bad, had to be rushed to the hospital.
Oh no.
Moving out of the neighborhood. Never saw him again. Also, my sister and her husband were fighting constantly. I mean, like cats and dogs. All the
cats and dogs?
Night and day. Now, I was at work when this was going on.
Okay.
But I would hear about it later, of course.
Right.
My sister would tell me what happened. Or either my daughter would share with me the stories of how,
they can't hold ice.
Her husband would throw the kids' clothes out of the door.
Throw the baby's clothes out of the door. Where do y'all find these
Just doing all kind of wild things that were out of the ordinary, that were not normal at all.
Strange.
The man across the street got into a fight with his ex-girlfriend that wound up outside in the middle of the street.
In the middle of the street?
And it's a military guy. On everywhere we turn, from the left, the right, the front, the back. I mean, everywhere. Something was going on. There was a fight. There was a pow 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 going on. It was just wild.
Wild Wild West. Wild Wild South.
And the only time that I can sleep well is when I have a dream about Bella, and it's a nice dream. So I pushed the thought of forgetting about him and getting on with my life out of my mind. It seemed like things were smoother and less chaotic when he and I were on good terms. And I wasn't fussing or cursing him out or trying to get on with my life, trying to move on without him, trying to forget about him and not calling him. So I started back calling him.
Hey babies, I'm sorry for whatever I did.
So I didn't call him. It had been a while since we talked. I call him and I ask him, I say, do you believe that children of sinners have to pay the price
He did a lot of
for their parents and their awful deeds?
Oh, baby.
And I asked him this because my father was a Rolling Stone. He was never really there. It's a whole nother story. But anyway, that's why I asked him this question. So anyway, Pharaoh told me no. And he said, do you believe in roots? I said, no. Never heard of it. He started to laugh. Then he said, you've been rooted. And then he laughed and laughed and laughed.
Do 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 do.